lot of money in terms of to tax, salary, not salaries, but to debt, to cover expenses of debt. But the challenge with the E quadrant, you can't leave this as an inheritance to your children, maybe, or to your loved ones. That's a problem that we have. And then on the S quadrant is people who are self-employed who are still using their time for money. Now, one of the key things Robert Kiyosaki is saying in the book where is people are always acquiring liabilities than asset. Asset is things that bring in you money and you can live for another generation, another generation. But here the challenge is people are acquiring liabilities. Liabilities, anything that takes out money that's not bringing money into the bank. You find that you have people who are running their own surgery, for example, is a doctor running his own surgery, but he acquiring assets, like for example, buying a new car, and then after that, buying items that are still taking out money out of their bank. The challenge that we have in Dubai is credit cards. Most of the people are using credit cards and even buying cars in debt, and these things are asset taking, are liabilities taking out money in your own account, but they are not bringing money in your account. These are the challenges that we are experiencing. So our business structure is more on the B and the I quadrant. Who we are Mining City. We started this project in 2018 and we officially launched in 2019. And we have partnered with one of the biggest company called MineBest. I will explain. And then our mining farms are in Kazakhstan and in China. Uh, Mining City has grown over 250,000 members, and we are in more than 22 countries in the world. We have made sales the first year of 230 million within a year and paid commissions over $108 million the first year. As I said before, that the structure of our business will be on the business and investor quadrant. So we have won awards for being one of the top 10 best mining companies. In this field, there are big companies which are involved in mining. Some of the companies are called Antpool and BTC.com and some others. So, but because of the infrastructure we have and how we run the business, so we were audited and we found that we can win awards for being one of the top 10 best mining farm. Now, this is our leadership. On the right-hand side, we have Mr. El Evramovich. Please, when you have time, go to this website, www.mindbest.com, so that you can understand about this business, or you can Google Mr. El Evramovich just to check who this person. Mr. El Evramovich was born in Israel, and from Israel, he was involved with the Israel army inventing a product or items for the Israel army. And then from there, he branched out to do his own businesses. And he was involved with Sony inventing wireless massagers and power banks and other technical items for Sony. So he's not a new kid in the block when it comes to cryptocurrencies. By 2017, he moved and opened up MineBest. Now, his goal was only to focus on mining Bitcoin. And then if you see on your left-hand side, we have now Mr. Greg Rogoski. Mr. Greg Rogoski is from Poland. His background is on advertising and sales. He was a vice president of MineBest. Now, because MineBest structure was not to accommodate clients, but people started to love the structure that MineBest is and trusted the way they are open about everything they're doing. And then now MineBest decided to open Mining City to run the structure of mine and then putting in clients in the business which Mining City is doing. So now MineBest is a technological advanced company that is focusing on Bitcoin mining and all the cryptocurrencies. And then one of the key things they are doing, they are running the whole infrastructure of Mining City. It's like MineBest is the front end of Mining City, and Mining City is the back end of MineBest. That's what they are doing. So I'll be talking more on these cryptocurrencies, which is what you call this Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. These two cryptocurrencies. just a brief history, a quick one about Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin was created and why, what for. And then, so Bitcoin was created in 2008, but was launched officially in 2009 as a digital currency. Again, as a digital currency. So why 2008? Remember in 2008, the whole world had recession. We had a problem where the US real estate industry was flooding the market with bonds and allowing people to accumulate bonds and to borrow on banks, even if they couldn't qualify to get those bonds. So when the US retail real estate industry was busy doing that, they pushed those bonds in the stock market. And in the stock market, they were called dirty bonds. Now, they did something where they're trying to clean these bonds and put some insurances on them so that they can recover their money if they're losing, and giving some derivatives even to some companies. But these bonds were not having value because they were dirty bonds. And then most companies, when they've done that, most banks started to collapse because they couldn't earn any money through these bonds. These bonds were pushed in the market in Europe, Asia, even in Africa. And all the people who were trading in the stock market realized that they have made a mess, and the US have gave them its bonds, so all the markets collapsed. That's what happened in 2008. We had the recession. So Bitcoin as a digital currency was created to solve this problem that was made by the banks, trying to bring accountability within the market. Remember, one of the characters of Bitcoin is decentralized. So as a decentralized currency, that means Bitcoin is not owned by anyone, not by government, not by any bank, not by any country. So if someone comes to you and says, I own Bitcoin, or our company owns Bitcoin, come and join it, don't join that. That is a scam. So do that. Don't do that. Sorry, Miss Nisha, can you put your mic on mute?
Okay, please.
Yeah. So that's a problem that happened with Bitcoin. So it's a decentralized platform. Is it decentralized? No one owns it. No, not the bank, not any government. That's it. And it's backed by a platform called blockchain. Blockchain technology is underlining Bitcoin. So you can't remove blockchain from Bitcoin. Blockchain and the Bitcoin, they're like this. And then our banks are decentralized. Are centralized. Our banks, our financial institutions, sorry, are centralized. For example, if I want to send money to someone, let's say to South Africa, then I have to use a bank to send that money. Sorry, when I'm using the bank, the money goes to the Reserve Bank. The Reserve Bank charge me tax on it, and then they send it to the bank. When it comes into the bank, they charge me exchange fees from it. From the bank, it goes to my account. From my account, there's charges, there's transactional charges that are coming in. But that time, I'm no longer sending that exact amount that I requested. So that's why now Bitcoin is there to solve this problem of having institutions that can be middlemen, instead of you can just send your money directly to a person. That is called peer-to-peer transaction. Now that means I'm able to send Bitcoins worth of $1,000 to anyone around the world, as long as they have what we call digital wallets. Then sending those money to that person, they can receive it instantly within minutes at the low charge. There's no public holiday, nothing. I can just send the money straight. So this is one of the characteristics of Bitcoin. It is a peer-to-peer transaction. And another thing, Bitcoin is a store of value. That means over time, Bitcoin is storing value. As it grows, it store value. And then what it makes to store of value is because of what it has. Because Bitcoins are 21 million Bitcoins that are created. Now, in that 21, there are limited supply. only about 18.3 million Bitcoins are in circulation. That is what makes it to be a store of value because they are limited supply. Now, on this part of being limited supply, Bitcoin is deflationary. It's not affected by inflation. Why? Anything that is oversupply, it will lose its value. Anything that is oversupply, it loses its value. Now, our currencies that we are using in the entire world are affected by inflation. How money is created? Money is not backed by anything. So this is how money is created. In the olden days, we used to trade with, let's say, if someone wants to give me a TV, I'll give them a goat, they'll give me the TV. If my neighbor wants something or I want something to my neighbor, I'll give him a pig and then he'll give me an item. So we used to exchange livestock or vegetables for an item. That used to call the bartering system. Then we have minerals came in, which is gold. Then I can use gold to buy a TV. They will weigh in the scale and they will tell me how much I can get for that TV. I mean, for that gold. So I can use that. And then we enter to the era of coins. Then coins, silver coins, bronze coins, gold coins were in the market. And then from there, we enter to the era of paper money. Now from paper money, we enter in the era of cards. And then from cards, we enter in the era of digital items like digital money. So now the problem with the paper money at that time, it was backed by gold. But when the Reserve Bank of the United States removed the gold standard on backing money, money lost its value. Now, when money loses value, that means in the market, you will have an oversupply of it because it needs to be printed. Now, the more they print money on the market, the more money is losing its value. For example, if you take $100 or 100 of the value of your own country, in 2015, that $100, it used to buy, for example, 20 items. I'll make an example for 100 dirhams. 100 dirhams in 2015 used to buy me more than 10 items. But today, it can't buy me those items with the same value because of inflation. So now I need to add more money to able to buy the items I used to buy in 2015. That is inflation. Now, the inflation is affecting the cost of living, it's affecting how the rates that we are paying in terms of in the bank sector, in our credit scores and everything that we are doing in our living. Inflation is affecting us. So this is the problem we have with inflation. And then so Bitcoin is deflationary, is not affected at all because of limited supply, 21 million Bitcoins. So they become a store of value. As time goes, Bitcoin is growing in value. Now, how do we get these Bitcoins? Okay, how do we get them? We get them through a process called mining. How does mining works? Mining works like this. The network of Bitcoin releases equations of line online. When it releases these equations, people who are called miners or who got skilled in cryptography will be able to solve these equations. And when they solve these equations, they get the rewards in Bitcoin. Those who have done trigonometry or anything or algebra or geometry school, you'll know this one. If x is equal to -2, you need to solve this equation. So everyone will know what's the answer because they have to solve the equation. Then when you solve the equation, the network of Bitcoin releases 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. New Bitcoin are being released on the market every 10 minutes. So that's the beauty about Bitcoin. So now one of the key things you need to know that when the network is releasing these Bitcoins every 10 minutes, in 2008, from 2012, the network was releasing 50 Bitcoins. Now, from 2012 to 2016, the network was releasing 25 Bitcoins. From 2016 to 2020, the network was releasing 12.5 Bitcoins. from 2020 until 2024, the network is releasing 6.25 Bitcoins until year 2140. That is the last day one Bitcoin will be mined. Now, every 10 minutes, the network releasing these Bitcoins. So why did the reward drop every 4 years? Is because the network was created to secure itself. That means every time people are coming on board, the network is secure itself, and it becomes more harder and harder to mine Bitcoins. That's why today there's billions of dollars being invested in Bitcoin itself, the platforms, so people can mine Bitcoins. Big companies are using huge electricities to mine Bitcoin. So now, how did Bitcoin become a payment system then? This one I love. When I was sharing this with Violet, she was shocked. I'll share my screen again. I love this one. If you go here, the Bitcoin pizza story. Now, in 2010, this gentleman, his name is Laszlo Hanyecz. Mr. Laszlo Hanyecz is a developer and a cryptographer by profession. So in 2010, he had a lot of Bitcoins, a lot. And because remember, they were getting 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. So he asked someone in his own, what you call this thing, in the community that they were in, asked someone that to, can you please buy me 2 pizzas? I will reward you in 10,000 Bitcoin. The person in UK did that, sent the transaction to Mr. Laszlo Hanyecz's house. Mr. Laszlo got 2 pizzas in 2010. The pizzas that he got, they were less than $45. And then he released the reward of Bitcoins to this gentleman. Now, if you check today's value, 10,000 Bitcoins in a dollar term, how much is that? 10,000 Bitcoins in a dollar term, that's about 94 million US dollars. So the guy bought a pizza for $94 million. That's a lot of money. Remember, Bitcoins are numbers. So each number has a value. If we have, for example, 0.0098, that 0.0098 has a value which is $92. So Bitcoins are numbers. Okay, let's go back to our slide. So now, when that transaction happened in 2010, everyone started to note that Bitcoin is a payment system. Everyone started to note Bitcoin is a payment system. That means I can buy a car with Bitcoin, which you can do today. You can buy even a property today with Bitcoin. You can buy flight tickets. There's a lot of things you can do with Bitcoin today. So let's look at the price of Bitcoin, how it was in terms of history. So when in 2009, one Bitcoin was 0 value. And then in 2010, Bitcoin was 7 cents. At this time, Apple released his own shares and people were buying Apple shares. Some bought Bitcoins. So in 2011, Bitcoin was $4. 2012, Bitcoin was $13. 2014, Bitcoin was 270. 2017, Bitcoin was 680. 2018, Bitcoin was 3,200. Now today is on a $9,400, $9,500 mark. Now, people who got involved in the market from this space until 2014, these guys have accumulated a lot of Bitcoins. These guys are owning about 61% of the market. Now, I will tell you another disadvantage side of Bitcoin. So how many of these guys? Only 0.06%. Only few individuals are owning 61%. Why? At that time, people didn't know what was Bitcoin was. Even if some who knew, but they were afraid of this technology. Then if you check here, these people here, us, we are busy fighting over the 39%. We are busy fighting over this 39%. At the moment, it's very expensive to start to come on board on a Bitcoin platform because you won't make the same money with these people who are in this era from 2009 to 2014 as them. But for us, now the challenge that you see people getting into scams is because of this fear of missing out. People have a problem of fear of missing out, and then they want to get into platforms without knowing what is a platform is all about. Anything that is cryptocurrency, they just go in, not realizing that not everything that is cryptocurrency has value. Some are just tokens, some are just pump and dump tokens. They don't have value. Uh, I, I think we need to have another training for that. It will take me time to explain that. So, one of the key disadvantages that we see with Bitcoin is it is it is unequally distributed because you can't have 61% of all Bitcoins being owned by a few individuals. Reason being, these people are able to manipulate the price of the market, how it operates. What we have seen a couple of years, even this year, Bitcoin this year went to $3,200 because some individuals were able to shift huge amount of Bitcoins. I remember last year, one person shift about 833 million US dollars of Bitcoin, of his own Bitcoin to another platform. The whole market was shaking and everyone was selling Bitcoins out of fear. Now, people who know how Bitcoin operates, when Bitcoin price drop, you don't sell. You buy more Bitcoins. You just buy, you don't sell. But because of fear, people sell the Bitcoins and other people were ready to buy the Bitcoins. So that's a problem. So it is unfair distributed. And the other issue we have is it's an issue of theft. In 2019, about 4 billion US dollars was stolen in platforms that are holding Bitcoins for some clients. Now, those platforms, we call them uh, exchanges. We call them Bitcoin exchanger or cryptocurrency exchange platforms. 4 billion was stolen through those platforms. Unfortunately, the other disadvantage with Bitcoin is if Bitcoins are stolen in your own wallet or platform, you can't retrieve them at all. That is another downside about Bitcoin. So the other problem, what we have seen is about 19% of Bitcoins are lost through the where people are sending wrong Bitcoins to people. How? If someone says to me, I must give them $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and they have to give me what we call wallet address in order to receive them. But if they give me a wrong wallet address, those Bitcoin will be lost. Unfortunately, I can't retrieve them. So about 19% of Bitcoins and are lost through wrong sending and even theft. So there's a huge amount that is missing out there and another amount that is stolen out there because people can't learn the security protocols and people can't learn how to send Bitcoins to other people. That is why today you find big companies are investing a lot of money into security systems. There's two-factor authentications now into people's wallets. So this is what is going on now. So this is a challenge that you see that with Bitcoin. Now, what is the solution into all of this? I will show you now. Let me just quickly erase these things. Okay. Now, we talked about blockchain technology that underlines Bitcoin. What is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology is a decentralized platform, distributed and uncorruptible digital ledger. It's a digital ledger. You can't hack it. You can't hack Bitcoin. I hear people saying, Bitcoin was hacked. No, Bitcoin was not hacked, but the platform that holds Bitcoin was hacked. You can't hack Bitcoin. So how does blockchain work? This is how blockchain works. Just, I will show you an example on this graph. So every transaction that is sent to, every transaction for Bitcoin is being recorded even from the first day and is stored in the blockchain. That transaction is stored with a code, and then after that is stored, second transaction is stored in the block with a secure code on it. Every detail is stored with a code on it on a secure block. It's all like this, and then that's why we call it blockchain. And it's all connected to different networks all over the world. That's why it's called a decentralized platform. Now, if someone comes in and decides to hack this thing and remove this information here, this platform, this item can be received to anyone who's connected to the network. That means people who are already inside the network will see that there is something wrong, one block is missing, then that block will be restored within seconds because the information is being shared to everyone all over. So that means that information will be stored. You can imagine if we can run our governments, especially the financial sector, the supply chain of our governments within the blockchain. We will see if the government says they are releasing $1 million in terms of funding to every state of different city. We will see when it reaches those cities. We will see when it reaches small cities. We will see when it goes to the villages. We will see who's using it and how much is left. We will see that because of blockchain. But if, for example, the village this side says no, they didn't receive the money, there's no problem. The information is available to everyone in the network. We just store the information. Then the network is restored. Then the money we can see, then the person who's in charge of that ministry must account. So that is why the Dubai government wants to run their projects in the blockchain technology. And some of the financial institutions now wants to run their programs within the blockchain technology because of trust and because of what it has. And it's been proven that it can't be hacked. So you can imagine how secure is that. So these are the machines that we are using to mine Bitcoins. These are the machines we are using to mine Bitcoins. Here are the machines connected here. These are the substations that bring in electricity. And then from here comes to this transformer. This transformer has to change this to a small kilowatt, a small voltage so that these machines can mine Bitcoins 24/7 in these blue containers. This is a machine called WhatsMiner M21S. So now I'm going to talk about Bitcoin Vault. What is Bitcoin Vault? You can imagine that you are given a second chance to go back in time where Bitcoin was less than $100. Imagine that. Me, if they tell me today, I will grab that with two hands and empty my bank account and buy Bitcoins. I would definitely do that because I know that it will go up again in value. It still has to grow. So what is Bitcoin Vault? Bitcoin Vault is a digital currency. This digital currency is the same as Bitcoin. The same as Bitcoin. And Bitcoin Vault is sharing all characteristics as Bitcoin. Let me show you. It's sharing the same code as Bitcoin, same algorithm as Bitcoin, Same supply, 21 million as Bitcoin. Same store of value as Bitcoin. It's using ASIC machines to mine Bitcoin. It's decentralized platform as Bitcoin. Now, the only thing that this coin has is what we call anti-theft system. That's the 3 private keys. It has 3 private keys, which are the anti-theft system. That's the only thing that is Bitcoin Vault has. Now, let me show you what are those 3 private key systems. Okay. Yes, my love. Just let me show you quickly.
Open door. Daddy, open door.
Okay. Now, if you look at here, these are the private keys that I'm talking about. There's a standard key, there's a reverse key, then there's a fast lane key. How do these keys work? Now, if someone sends me $1,000 worth of Bitcoin vaults, this person sends me $1,000 worth of Bitcoin vaults, the transaction will be approved within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, the transaction will be approved. So that means the person has up to 24 hours to make sure the transaction is okay and there's nothing wrong with it. If there's something wrong with it, they can cancel this transaction within the period of 24 hours. Within the period of 24 hours, they can cancel. Yes, go open door, baby. Within the period of 24 hours, they can cancel this transaction. And then another one is the reverse key. Now, if I'm sending Bitcoin vaults to someone and then I find that this is a wrong platform I'm sending in, I can reverse the transaction within the period of 24 hours. Or if someone comes in my company profile and steals my Bitcoin vault, I have a 24-hour period to reverse that transaction and take those Bitcoin vaults back. That is what Bitcoin Vault is having. And another one is this fast lane. So if I'm sending Bitcoins, I want to send them instantly to someone, I will send these Bitcoins to this platform B. The person will have what we call a confirmation code so that the Bitcoins can be released from the blockchain instantly to their platform within minutes. It's called an instant key. So this is what Bitcoin Vault has and Bitcoin doesn't have. You can imagine if Bitcoin was having these keys, we won't be having the issue of theft with Bitcoin and issue of wrong transactions with Bitcoin. We would just be able to reverse those transactions and cancel some of the transactions within the period of 24 hours. That is these keys that we are talking about. That is the beauty of Bitcoin Vault. Okay, let me go back to my slide. Now, I just want to talk about this quickly before I go to the price about Bitcoin Vault. Sorry, guys. Hey, baby. So now, remember I said before that every transaction or every 10 minutes, there's a new Bitcoin that is created every 10 minutes. Same thing with Bitcoin Vault. Every 10 minutes, there's a new Bitcoin Vault being created. So now when Bitcoin Vault was launched, it was tasked with a project that it needs to reach the amount of Bitcoins that will be in circulation by November 2023 here. So Bitcoin Vault has up until November 2023 to reach the amount of Bitcoins in circulation. Currently, we have 18.3. So if we have 90 something, Bitcoin Vault need to reach those 90 something. So that means 94% of Bitcoin Vaults will be already be mined by November 2023. What does this mean? So Bitcoin Vault was tasked to do this project. So that means it won't have like Bitcoin. It won't go through the 4-year period of dropping the rewards by half. It will do this by months, 6 months period, 6 months period. So when we started in December in 2019, we were receiving 175 Bitcoin Vaults within 7 months. Now, that has changed. Now we are receiving 150 Bitcoin Vaults every 6 months. We are receiving 150 every 10 minutes. So what does this say? Again, 125 by November 2020, 100 by May 2021, every 10 minutes. What does this say? This saying that the price reward will be dropping. The mining reward will be dropping as years, as months are going. For example, take the example of a pizza. This is a pizza. This pizza we must share to 4 people. Everyone has a slice. But now 10 people are coming on board. We must cut that pizza to accommodate the 10 people. Now 20 people are coming on board. We must cut the slice to accommodate those 20 people. Now 30 people are coming on board. We must cut the slice to accommodate those 30 people. That's how it's going even with the mining earnings. They can't stay the same. The mining, the more people are coming on board on the business, the more people are coming on board on the platform, the mining earnings will drop. Now, as the mining earnings are dropped, the price of the coin will go higher. So if a person joins the business by November 2022, they won't receive the same mining earnings with people who've already joined the business until now. The mining earnings will be different. So what does this say? We have a time-sensitive business. We have a time-sensitive opportunity where you need to accumulate many coins as much as possible because the value of the coin will be growing higher and higher. For example, for people who've already came on board when the coin was released 175, they have made their money back. Now the people already coming on board now, they've made their money on January, they made their money this year. So, but that won't be like that. Some, it will take a year because they have to, because of the drop in the mining earnings that are coming, but the price will be going higher and higher. So it's a time sensitive business. The question would be by when we reach November 2023, how many coins would we have? At that time, if the price is $6,000 per coin, how many coins will we be having? That matters a lot. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you quickly. Let's go to check what is the price of this coin when it started. So when it started, Bitcoin Vault was $1 in December 2019. And then it was $10 in January 2020. In February was 30. And then in March was 50. And then in April was 63. Then on May it was 191. Let's look at what the price today. Let's look at the price today. Let's go to this thing. BTCV. Okay, now if you see now, the price of the coin is $285 per coin. 285. The trading volume that is happening now is 14 million US dollars within 24 hours. It shows there's a lot of things happening now. This is a coin that was $1 in December. It was only $1. But look at where it is now. It's on 285. If you had 200 coins by now, you should be smiling. It's 285. Now, let's check how long it took Bitcoin to reach the $270 or $80 mark. Now, let's check that. So it took Bitcoin 5 years to reach the $270 mark. It took it 4 years to reach the $100 mark. But with Bitcoin Vault, it took only 6 months to reach the $270 mark. Only 6 months. That means this coin has a high potential to go even higher than it is now. I won't be surprised when we enter December, we are already chasing the $1,000 mark. That one, I won't be surprised because of the growth that it's having. So if this coin can take 6 months to reach $280,000 can be something around the corner. Again, the question will be how many coins you will be having. So how does now one come on board and be part of this coin? We have what we call mining plans. Now, these mining plans will help you to accumulate fractions of this coin daily in your account. So how? We have what we call platinum package. We have what we call gold package, silver package, bronze package, standard package, and primary package. Now, there is something different in this package, which is these numbers. These are what we call hash rate. It's the amount of electricity that we are renting in the company to pay us for these plans, this electricity. Each plan has a different electricity. So that means if I'm buying this 4,200 plan, it will pay me more than this silver package because of the electricity. The same thing if I'm buying this platinum plan, it will pay me more than this gold plan because of its electricity, because it's got 138 electricity of terahash, like the power that is directed to it more than this. I can't compare it even with this, the 600. If someone has buying the 1,200, they will be paid differently than the person who bought the $600 plan. That is how they work. And then the company will give you a 1,100 days guarantee. It means 3 years. It will pay you daily for 3 years to accumulate these coins. So, but after you make your payment, you will be starting your purchase in 10 days. Then the company will pay you for a period of 3 years. Now, let me show you in my account how does these plans working. Let me show you now. I will show you now how does this mining work. Let me open my daughter's account. See, she's sitting next to me. She's my boss. Let me open my boss account. So this is my daughter's account. This is how our mining page will be like. You have a clock here. This clock, this is to say you are left with 4 hours to be paid anything that you did in your business. Within 10 days, you start mining the money. So let me go to my wallet. Sorry. Now, this is the wallet. Now, let's see how my daughter has been doing in the business. Now, yesterday she was paid about on 2106 at 11 Dubai time. She was paid 0.031. Remember, I said before, these are fractions that you are earning. So that fraction has a value, it's $8.93. And then on the 20, she was paid again 0.0323. And then that is $9.10. Now, when you accumulate all the amounts that she was getting paid, they are making 10.2, which is $2,920 that she has in her account. She's only doing mining, nothing else in her account. So you will see all the history detailed of how the mining works. I think I'm gonna open up for questions. Any questions so far, guys, before I can proceed?
Yeah, it's okay. No question on my part.
Thank you, Violet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Madam Nisha? Nisha,
Yes, I can hear you.
you have questions on your side?
I'm still learning, then I'll let my questions out later.
Okay, good.
Maybe before you leave that page, before you leave your page there, like maybe like open like in, let's say you want to withdraw, like show them like, let's say you want to withdraw like maybe $200 there.
Okay,
How
so
easy
how
it
to
is?
withdraw this money? Okay.
Yeah, how easy it is there.
So now to withdraw, you have to have there's platforms you can exchange these coins into your money. As you see here, it's a dollars. So there's a platforms you can. So if I want to withdraw, I'll go to. Let me remove this. This thing. So I want to withdraw the money now. I have the cash. I want to withdraw it. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to my settings. Now in my settings, I have to put what you call a digital wallet. So I have a digital wallet. So my digital wallet is with another company called Liquid. So this is Liquid. So I want to sign in on Liquid. So wrong password. Let me check my password. Oh, sorry. Liquid is give me instructions. To check because I'm signing in a different IP. Let's see, where's Liquid email? Okay, here's Liquid email. Confirm login. Okay. Okay, now put my code. Now I've logged in now. So now I have, this is my Liquid account. I've got 60 Bitcoins here inside. $60 worth of Bitcoins. Most of it is $60 worth of Bitcoin Vault, by the way. So now if I want to withdraw, I go to deposit. Now I want to deposit money into my account. So I go to change the currency, which is Bitcoin Vault. Now I want to deposit Bitcoin Vault already. I've got the wallet already. So I will copy this wallet and then I'll go to Mining City. I go to the page and then I paste the wallet. I click the saving, I click save these changes, then Mining City will send me an email. Then after Mining City sends me an email, I go to my wallet back again. After I confirm this, go to my Bitcoin Vault wallet. Now from my Bitcoin Vault wallet, I need to withdraw $50. So how much is $50 in Bitcoin Vault? Sorry guys, hold on. So how much is, I will go here, BTCV. So I click BTCV, then I go here. So I just change this. I want to withdraw $50. So if you, I'll say 50. $50 is 0.1745. So I go to Mining City, then I click here, 0 point what? 0.1745. So I'll click here, 0.1745, if I'm correct, 0.1745, yes. So this is the amount I want to withdraw. Then I said to continue, I must agree. Then I click withdrawal. Now, please check your email to confirm the request. So they send an email to the email registered to this account. Then I check my mobile. Now I have to check it here because it's sent on a Gmail. So they send on my Gmail. There it is, comes in. Dear Mining City member, confirm the withdrawal. I click the link. Then when I click the link, the withdrawal is, your payment is waiting approval. It may take up to 24 hours. Now, if you see here, they already deducted the amount in my wallet. Now the money is already gone. So now the Bitcoin is removed. You can see here, Bitcoin Vault is being removed. I can cancel this transaction within the period of 24 hours. If I want, I can cancel this within the period of 24 hours. I can cancel this transaction. So the Bitcoin Vault now will come into my account here in Liquid. So how do I see it? I will go to transactions. So here on Liquid, it will appear here. You can see here, what is the date today? It's 22. So there will be, here they will tell me incoming fund, how much, when is it coming? Then I'll see it here. But now at the moment, the money is still sitting within the blockchain. After 24 hours, this money will be released in my account. It will be here in Liquid. Now, from here in Liquid, I can exchange this money into Bitcoin. I can exchange this money into Bitcoin, and then from Bitcoin, I can send it to the platforms where I could send it to cash. For example, In South Africa, I can use a platform called Luno, which is this one, Luno. This is a platform in South Africa I'm using to exchange my money and put it in my bank account. This is the platform I'm using in South Africa. Now, in Philippines, you'll be using this platform, coins.eh. This is a platform that is being used to convert your Bitcoins. You can put these, you can pay your bills, your utility bills, you can pay anything you want with this. Now, in other platforms like in other countries like Ghana, Uganda, you can use what we call Coinbase. Coinbase, where you can send the money into your wallet and then put it in your bank account. Now, there is in other African countries, they are using what we call M-Pesa. Even other platforms like Skrill, where you can send money to. So there's a lot of platforms that are available, but our company, even not only we are waiting for other companies to be updated, we are busy working with this, where is this thing now? Where is this thing now? I'm looking for, we are busy working with the debit card, where people can be able to use debit card all over the world. And I'm just looking for it, but I don't know where. Market support, if I'm correct.
You can click next leadership, or there it is.
Yeah, we are busy. It's already been tested, it's working, but we just need to finalize some touch up. Then everyone can access and use this card. They can load this card with their Bitcoin and use this card all over the world. So it will be ready soon for all members. So this is how you can withdraw money in your account. This is how Bitcoin Vault mining works. You buy a plan, and then with that plan, you earn you earn every day on it. You earn every day on it. So that is how mining works. Okay. So the other thing now, so no questions on this side for everyone is clear. So if everyone is clear, I can move to the second side of the business. Let me do it quickly. Let me log out here. Let me go, where's this thing? Yes. Now, there's another side of the business now. I want to emphasize to everyone on this call, this is an optional site. It's not a must for you to do, please. It's optional. But when you are doing it, the company will pay you. I just want to emphasize on that. It's optional, it's not a must. But when one starts to do it, the company will pay you. Let me show you how. So now we have what we call plans. Yes, these are people are buying so that they can earn their Bitcoin vaults. Now, these mining plans, what the company does every time you sign a person, let's say now, Gideon tells me about this business. I'm interested, and Gideon signs me on the business, signs my wife, signs my daughter, signs my nanny, signs let's say my colleague at work. So when he does that, let's say all of us are buying the gold plan, the $4,200 plan. Then Gideon will be paid $210 each. $210 each person. Even if we are buying the $600 plan, Gideon will be paid $30 for each of us. That will build his team A. Now, if Gideon signs more people than these 5, that means he starts to build his team B. then the company will pay him 10% of what these people in Team B are purchasing. So if the people in Team B are buying the $600 plan, Gideon will be paid $60 each person. These are once-off payment after. Now, if the Team B of Gideon, they are building their own business, Gideon will be paid 5% each. Will be paid 5% only. So this is how what you call the bonus plans. Plan bonuses where when you're buying a plan. You can build a Team B as much as you want. Now, let me go to the second part of these plans. Now, I'm gonna make a quick example. There's another part where, now every plan people are buying has what we call credits. Then these credits will help you to earn a commission in what we call binary cycle commissions. Now, the $300 plan has 0.5 credit points. The $600 plan has 1 credit point. Now, the $1,200 plan has 2 credit points. The $2,200 plan has 4 credits. The $4,200 plan has 7 credits. Now, the platinum plan has 21 credits. Now, there is a rule in the company. The company says if you achieve 5 credits on your left-hand side of your binary and then 5 credits on your right-hand side of your binary, you will earn $200 once off. But if you achieve 60 credits on your left and 60 credits on your right, you'll achieve $2,400 once off. How does your binary look like? This is Gideon. This is how the binary will be looking like. He will have the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So the people that he's putting on his business need to make him to earn business. Okay. No problem for that. Thank you very much. No problem. So this is the structure that Gideon is having. So that means if he's got 5 credits on his business in this side, let me get my marker. If he has 5 credits on this side and then 5 on the right-hand side, he's gonna get $200 once off. So let me show you how does it work. Okay, let me show you how does it work. Now, we have this gentleman, his name is Peter. Now, Peter buys a business. When Peter buys a business, he signs me and I buy a gold plan, which is a $4,200 plan. Then I get 7 credits. Now, Peter will get his credits as 7 on his left-hand side. Now, Peter signs my wife. My wife buys a silver plan, which is a $2,200. Peter gets 4 credits. It's 4. Now, my wife introduced someone on the business and the person signs, buys the $1,200 plan. And then my wife gets 2 credits, which they will come here on her right-hand side. And then Peter gets even these 2 credits. Then plus 2, it makes 6. That means Peter has 6 in total. So the company will come and see this, that there is credits on the both sides of the business. And remember what it says, the minimum is 5. When Peter has 7 and then 6, then Peter qualifies to earn the $200. Then the company will deduct these credits, those 5 credits on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Then Peter will be remain with 1 credit on the right and 2 credits on the left, and then he gets his $200. That is how it's working. Now, I'm gonna make it, what if you have a huge organization and many people are coming into your business. Now, when you have a huge organization, this is how it's going to work. So when you have a huge organization, this is how it's going to work. Now, the credit can roll over or carry over to your account if you are not qualifying to get the $200, if you are not having those 5 into 5. Why? If you look at here, this Frank and Susie, they have their credits carrying over up until they're able to qualify, which is 54 credits on the right, 4 credits on the left. Now they start to build their business. Then they acquired 59 credits on the left, and then they acquire new credits, 12 credits on the right, which makes now 12 plus 4 is equals to 66. Which is 59 plus 4 make it 63. So that means that they got new credits of 63. The company comes in and sees this, and remember, it has to remove 5 credits, but now 60 into 5 is 12. 12 multiplied by 2 is 2,400. So Frank and Susie get $2,400 once off. But not only that, there is a business partner of Frank and Susie. They got 7 credits on the left, 7 credits on the right here. Now these partners, when the company sees this, these guys are qualifying to get $200, this business partner. When the company sees this, it will pay Frank and Susie a thank you bonus of $10. It will say, thank you, Susie and Frank. You have a member who qualifies to earn $200. We give you $10 for free. But if Frank and Susie have 20 more members or 5 members who are qualifying to earn these $200, the company will still pay them $10 multiplied by 5 people is $50. And then the company say, thank you, Frank and Susie. That is how you earn your binary commissions. When you build the teams, you earn and your team members are earning. Now, when you reach ranks in the business, when you reach ranks, you're gonna earn $100 when you reach a rank called a city builder. And then when you reach a rank of city developer, you're earning $250. When you reach a rank of city manager, you earn a reward of $3,500 plus a smartphone equivalent to iPhone 11. When you reach a city chief manager, you earn $50,000 plus a smartphone. When you reach the rank of city manager, you're earning $100,000 plus a smartphone. These are the ranks. This is a smartphone. Let me show you. Let me show you the smartphone. This is a smartphone equivalent to iPhone 11, 6 gig RAM, 48 megapixel. It's got dual screen. This is the beauty of it. You earn this phone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. This is the end of my slide. Any questions?
No questions, only that you are showing us the phone on the screen when Forbes is going to bring it soon.
Mr. Forbes must bring that phone.
I received that. I received leadership. Very soon. Very soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the presentation, leadership. Thank you so much. Recently, as I was doing the marketing, I came across this guy. He was asking me, my friend, I want to come, but what if I lost all my money?
Yes.
So How do you answer that one?
How does it mean? What if I lost the money?
Like mostly people are looking like some they don't have that like a belief in cryptocurrency. So like for instance, some will be referring to Bit Club network where people they lost the money. So how do you like exactly help that person?
Look, number one, any investment has risk.
Yes.
You know, any investment, I think that's what people, you know, it go back again. I remember me and Gideon, we had this conversation before a couple of months ago. Sometimes fear drove people not to see opportunities.
That's true.
You know, fear and yes, I understand sometimes people have lost their hard-earned cash. We felt what happened to Big Club. Even us, we felt it. I don't want to lie. Sorry, so someone said. So we don't want to lie. We felt it, but with good research, it's a very critical thing. Research. We have done our research, and we have made our individual minds that
That's
we
true.
want to come on board on this. We have done our research. I've sat down with Gideon. You know, we've sat down months after months talking about this thing, business. And we did our own research. He did his own research. And now we are in the position where we like, it was good for us to come on board at early stage. So, because we are seeing the results, the risk we
That's
took.
true.
And
That's true.
again, people sometimes, it's like, it's coming back to what I said, that there are opportunities that are coming. And when they come, sometimes they find us in a position where emotionally we are ahead. Emotionally we have lost, financially we have lost. And it takes, again, a courage to a person to say, I want to stand up again and then work. For example, it doesn't mean you have lost the battle, but you still need to go back to a battle. You know,
You did not lost yourself. You're still
you don't
there.
lose yourself. You still need to go back. It's the same thing in businesses. You find people say, I got banned. I've lost money. I was. Let's say they were having a restaurant. Let's say, then, boom, they closed down. Does it mean those people they don't have the qualities to run a business? They have. But it's just that it's fear now that is holding them back. Not is what is based on what we're talking it now on the when we started we talk about fear. It's fear that holds people back sometimes not to see opportunities. I learned this from experience. I was working in a company that was making money, and then we lost the money. People had to be fired in the company. Now my manager, we are friends. There was an opportunity for her to run another business, a second business. Now, the place that she was supposed to run it was good. There were people. It's a market where everyone is accessing. But because of fear of the first business, she chose not to. Someone took that opportunity. That guy, we know the guy. Not now. The sad thing is we know the guy who took that business, who took the opportunity. The guy has 5 company stores, 5 stores he has opened now because of that business. That is a sad thing. Even today, when I'm talking to her, I'm like, but I don't want again to remind her, about that. But it's what we are learning from the failures that we have acquired. Me and Gideon, Gideon can tell you, we will go in the food court, we sit. Gideon will tell me straight, I'm crazy. We will sit and talk. But again, After we have all that talk, we stood up and said, let's take a chance again. This is a second chance. We've learned from the first one. Now, I'm telling you, I'm being honest. On the first business we were in together, we were not earning like this.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm being honest. I was thinking about it today. I said, we were not earning, we were not earning even $10, for goodness sake.
That's true.
1 week.
We were not even a
Even
week.
1 week.
Even 1
Even
week.
a month.
We will check our accounts every time. Now money is coming. But again, it depends on people, where are they willing to take again the risk. Risk is, one thing one person said to me, if you can't take risk in life, you won't be able to see or experience, to have an understanding how life works. Life is always about risk. There are calculated risks. There
That's
are
true.
risks that are there, to push us to be better people. Sometimes we miss these ones that are making us to be better people. With experiences comes wisdom, comes understanding, and then comes knowledge. That's why we always start. This is a knowledge that we have learned from
Yeah,
the
that's
past.
true.
So that's the thing I've seen to people, and they have that thing. I don't know if this thing will work. What if it works? They have a fear of what if it works. They have a fear of what if it doesn't work. Choose which side you want to be. Rather make it work. Rather make it work. This is a problem I see a lot. I was saying even to my wife, I said, look, even if Emirates terminates you, it's not an end. Let's not fear, because everyone is living in fear. We're going to get imaged, you're going to get terminated. Don't live your life like that.
That's true.
Don't live your life like that. There is more to you than what this is. Just a something. It's just a season that will happen, but there's more to you. I said, look, yes, we'll lose a job, but it doesn't mean you can't do something. You learn the skills you learn, the knowledge you learn. When you go public again, you become a better person. So these are the things that it's fear. Fear robs us not to see opportunities. And we complain now when people are successful in life, when people are making it big, we complain. See, they think they're clever now, they're there. But they were here with you, telling you about the opportunity. This is a problem that we have with people. I do have people ask me that, no, I'm afraid that, I said to one person, even I'm afraid Gideon is going hell. One person was saying to us, I'm afraid, this thing won't work. Someone we trust, someone we are looking up to. His friend, his close friend, bought a gold plane in our business.
That's true.
His own close friend sends me a message. He wants to buy a gold plane. Now he's going to buy a second one. What is it that he saw? What is that he saw? He knows what he saw, and then he decided, let me take a risk. So it just people. Fear drives people.
That's true.
Not to see opportunities. That's why I was talking about that. There are things we should know. There are things that we should not listen to. There are things we should not pay attention to because they're closing us to see opportunity. I said to my sister-in-law really wants to do the business now. She was afraid. She's starting. She's got 3 people already now on her business. She's working like crazy. Now I said to her, she says, okay, I need to remove the coins and keep them in my private wallet. I said, yes, you can do that. I showed her how to do it. And I said to her, imagine, Sissy, you joined the business with a $300. In November 2023, these coins that you have accumulated, let's say they will be about, let's assume maybe 15 or 20. I said 20. And the price of this coin goes to $5,000. So if you 20 multiplied by 5,000, that is $100,000.
Someone will dial cash, man.
I said, but you only invested you only put $300. It's just
Fear.
that fear robs us to see ahead, man. This is a
That's
challenge
true.
to rob us to see. And with teaching, with teaching and with good teaching, we can open people's eyes to see with good teaching, not sugarcoating things that my friend, no, put 100,000 now, tomorrow it's gonna be 2 million. No. With good teaching, showing
Yeah, that's true.
step by step, then their eyes will start to open up. Then they'll make a choice on themselves. If they make a choice, it's fine. If they don't, we're still okay.
Oh, that's good.
So we have to tell them directly.
Huh?
I remember a time when we used to go to Bad-Bye and sit. On the sit, put the posts on Facebook, whatever, then we go to Bad-Bye and wait. Every day, we go there and wait. But
Crazy, man.
opportunity now has found us home. We can use Zoom, we can use anything.